Good morning, everybody. We should be having Auntie Sylvia live any moment now, but this is just to let you know that we transmit live every single day, Monday to Friday, and we're glad to have you here. And so, right now, Auntie Sylvia is on the call, and she's going to be running us with the mindset change. And specifically, her topic for today is mindset change for business assistants. So, that's what she'll be walking us through today. And so, without further ado, she's already in the studio and ready to run. So, Auntie Sylvia, over to you. We continue to run with the back end. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day that the Lord has made, and we are going to be glad in it. And it's this day that we bring to you every day from Monday to Friday, the issues that surround us. And we know that everyone in this world needs an assistant. Your business needs an assistant. You have to be that personal assistant, but anyone who is assisting you in the business is a business assistant. And I thought this topic will speak to all of us in here and all of us that intend to do business as an entrepreneur, or just that person who you know is able to assist you. As Revo already said, we come to you every day, Monday to Friday, to just give ourselves to you and see what it is that we can be able to change with you. We know every day something is changing. Today, the weather has changed. Yesterday, the weather changed. What do? We go and dress according to the weather because change has happened. And this is the same with business. This is the same with our environment. This is the same with everything that we do on a daily basis. So we are here to excite you on Tuesday, where I take you for mindset change. The other days, Monday is taken by Rev Water. Tuesday is taken by myself. Wednesday is taken by for the business opportunities that we encourage everyone to take. Business opportunities, marketing tips. On Thursday, we have Dr. Nelly, and Friday, it's our healthy tips. And why do we come every day to sensitize ourselves with the things that we do? It's because we want to be part of your existence, and we also want to be part of the things that we align ourselves in doing. And this is why this morning, our topic for today is mindset change to enhance skills for business assistants so that they can assist the businesses in those possibilities, in the opportunities that are coming along with everything else. So every business owner, as I said, leader or managing director needs a great business assistant who possess a good mindset. And this is because mindset is all we have in control of. Mindset is a wide subject. However, I pick out sessions where I provide some learning outcomes that improves our own businesses and to be in a growth mindset. And today is such a topic. We are dealing with business assistants. Who needs a business assistant? In here where we are, who is watching us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, you can type or comment if you need a good assistance, or if you have a good assistant, you just want to, to say kudos to your assistant. So just type something in the chat box or in where you're watching us from, what you think about having a good assistant. Do you have one? Are you looking for one? If you're looking for one and you need them to be in a correct mindset, probably you should also be talking to us. So who needs a good assistant? Do you have a good assistant? Let's see those comments. Do you have a good assistant? Are you looking for a good assistant? Let's see those comments in the chat box or on your on whatever system that you're using. I'm sure you are looking for one, or you already have one with a good mindset, because we are really trying to say who possesses a good mindset. Who needs a good mindset? And it's everyone. It's everyone. And I say everyone, because all of us, when we, even at home, we need an assistant at home. At home, we've got the business of family and home. Even if today it is centered around financial and career, or mental and education, we still are touching all the areas of our lives, and starting from family and home. Family and home, I bet maybe 90% of us listening to this call will not actually be able to do anything else today if they did not have an assistant. Who needs an assistant today? It's everyone. And so we have to be able to also ourselves to be in that mindset that encourages our assistants, that encourages people that are around us, that encourages everyone who is helping us to do business. Business at home, business in the office, business in our environment, and business with our networks. So as we start, I just want to remind ourselves, what is mindset? Because every time that I come on Tuesday, everything is based on mindset. So mindset refers to the process of altering one's way of thinking. You have to alter your way of thinking. You have to alter the things that you believe in, beliefs. You have to think of attitudes. What attitude do you possess? Some people, their attitude is every day, they're just all over the place. Whoever talks to them, it's like they're the one with the problem. But, because of the attitudes that we possess, it makes it difficult for us. You think of perceptions towards certain aspects of life or work. That is all-encompassing mindset change. It involves recognizing and challenging existing thought patterns and adopting new and more beneficial perspectives. Because if we do not adopt new things, we are stuck in the things that we know. Even if you socialize someone, and if we don't tell them the good things that we are about, or if we don't say, here, this is what we do, but we have seen your competencies, and we've seen that you can come and add a value to our business. We don't want you to come in and say, oh, this is the way we do things here, and you're not open to why you actually wanted that resource. And if that resource is not what you need, then it becomes a problem. So as a business assistant, improving organizational skills can greatly benefit from a mindset change. This change involves developing a proactive, solution-oriented growth mindset rather than a reactive or fixed mindset. It entails believing in one's ability to improve and adapt, embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, and focusing on continuous learning and development. Listen, continuous learning and development. I just want you to join me and just type, I am in continuous learning in my mindset. I am always learning. Continuous learning and development is what, and this is what many courses actually do. They give you continuous learning so that you can identify those things that you were not able to do, and you know how to do them then. That means you are now continuously learning about the things that you want to do. So to apply this mindset change and enhance organizational skills as a business assistant, here are some of practical steps you can take. And I picked out 10 of them. There are a lot. We can take the whole year talking about what it is that you can be able to do. But I just picked these 10 of them that relates even to the program that we do facilitate, mindset change process, so that you're effective, efficient, and able to save time. So number one is embrace a growth mindset. Understand that organizational skills can be learned and developed over time. View setbacks or mistakes as valuable learning experiences and opportunities for improvement. It's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. The challenge is to keep repeating the same mistakes. Every day you have forgotten something. Every day you're not able to do something, or because you forget, or because, oh, I forgot. And if every day you're forgetting, it's because you are not embracing a growth mindset. You are not listing down the things that you're supposed to be doing. You are not intentional, or you have lost focus. So we have to embrace a growth mindset for us to be that good assistant. Number 2 is set clear goals. Set clear goals. You can be typing in the chat box so that you can leave comments, you can leave things that others who are not joining the call can come and pick up. Because these are the things that why we moved from Zoom to StreamYard. Is because we want us to be able to follow through all the comments that we have made, all the comments that people are talking about. So set clear goals. Establish specific and achievable goals for improving organizational skills. Break them down into smaller tasks and create an action plan to stay focused and motivated. I always emphasize that a goal is a dream with a deadline. A goal is a dream with a deadline, because that's
Okay, I think we have lost Auntie Sylvia. We're just waiting to see if she'll come back on. Her signal may have been affected. So she was just speaking about a goal is a dream with a deadline. I just hope she'll come back on for now. Yes. As Matilda, you have noted there, she just indicated a dream is a goal with a deadline. So we're just hoping that we'll get her back on just now. She'll be back soon. So indeed, and that's why one of the most important things, as of course per today's topic, which she has mentioned just now, is that the kind of people that you work with must understand and encompass this overall idea and mindset that is so critical to the progress and success of everything that we do. So that's absolutely paramount. And once that's understood and once that's grasped clearly, it becomes easier for one to take advantage and see progress in the various areas that they are targeting. So a lot of people fail to see progress mainly because the filters they have on, i.e. their mindset, isn't really congruent with what they're seeking to achieve. So that's extremely critical. And for many people, that becomes a very big problem and actually stands in the way. Now, whilst we wait for Auntie Sylvia, there's one thing I learned many years ago, which really, well, not many years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, which really hit home when it comes to the term mindset. Now, if you want to understand the concept of the mindset, think of concrete. And concrete, when mixed with sand and water, forms, that's what, cement, sand, and water basically is what makes concrete. Now, in its wet form, it is malleable. It can go into any shape. It can fit into any container. Now, those of us who come from whatever backgrounds we come from, when we're going through our formative years, we are like that concrete. We are malleable. We are formless. And that's why the terminology is formative years. These are the years between basically 3 years old to about 10, 12. These are formative years. So your mind will be formed in accordance with your environment. So that then goes into that shape. And once you reach 12, even if you're removed from the environment, the shape that you have remains. So mindset is exactly that. It is the forming of or setting of ideals, nuances, beliefs, behaviors, all these things and viewpoints concerning all matters in life. And once that's set, that's what it is. It doesn't change. It stays as it is. And that can be quite something because at the end of the day, you don't see, for a lot of people, this becomes, what's the word? it becomes a set way of seeing things. And so therefore, paradigm, for which the other word for mindset is the way one sees things, and then based on that goes on to act and behave. That's what mindset is. That's what a paradigm is. And so mindset change, what exactly is that? Mindset change is when we take that paradigm and completely shift it. And cause that shift to transform. Now, you see, for that to happen, what happens to most people is they are conformed. And this is really just building off what Auntie Sylvia is saying. Most people are conformed. Now, to be conformed means to be shaped by the thinking and mindset of the environment. So a lot of people aren't just conformed, but they like to remain conformed. Why? Because when you go against the paradigm of the day, it means you flow against the grain. And a lot of people find that extremely uncomfortable because it means you're going to challenge convention. Now, in our teachings, in our classes, in our circles, we are big on transformation. So what's that? Let's go back to our analogy of the shape that you have formed based on your society and its impact. In transformation, what basically happens is you've got to take the shape that you have hardened into. So let's imagine it's a cylinder. So you spent years around cylinders, and so you were shaped into a cylinder, and that's what you are. Transformation means you take that cylinder, you pulverize it. That means you break it completely. That process is called unlearning. You unlearn all the form that you have picked from your environment. You unlearn that. And then once you are pulverized, once you're back to complete powder, you bring in new, you bring in new concrete, you bring in new cement and water, mix them together, and then take it to a new container altogether, a new vessel. And that's what you then form it into. So do you see? It's a transformation. Trans means transitioning, moving from one form to another. So transform, meaning change from one form to another. Conform means remain in shape and style as the environment. So you conform to the environment, but in transforming, you move against the environment. And this is the part that's very challenging for a lot of people, because the implication is essentially that you are going to be contrarian. So what's that word? Contrarian means against the flow. and to be honest, ladies and gentlemen on the call, that is scary for most people. Yesterday, and again, we're still waiting for Auntie Sylvia to come through on the call. It's been very challenging. Sometimes our networks really just go mad. And so this is what's probably going on. One of the challenges that we find with a lot of people is they find it very, very difficult to go against the flow. One area that recently has been intriguing me is the area of academia. Academia has what are called gatekeepers. Gatekeepers are essentially very influential leaders in these various disciplines who pretty much hold the convention of view of whatever that discipline espouses. So if a discipline says this is a square and this is a plus, then everybody has to parrot that, because that's what convention espouses, and that's what the gatekeepers espouse. But then here comes Maureen, here comes Matilda, here comes Aunt Sylvia, here comes Precious, here comes Revolta, and you look and you go, wait a minute, this circle isn't really a circle, it's a sphere. Why? Because perhaps you have a three-dimensional view of the circle. Now, gatekeepers and the entire circle, entire community are seeing a circle. Why? Because they are two-dimensional. They're seeing everything from a two-dimensional angle. And so because of that two-dimensional angle, they are holding on to that view, and so they challenge your view, because your view is stating that this is actually not a circle, but it's actually a sphere. So this is the one of the areas that a lot of people are so afraid, because then how do you challenge these gatekeepers? So you see, that's an example of a paradigm and how difficult it is for the average person out there to challenge that convention. So in the same way, even in our culture, in our setup, a lot of people are afraid to challenge the status quo. They would rather form, i.e. conform to what is agreed, than to do it differently. Auntie Sylvia is back. Auntie Sylvia, please take over as I work to get you back in full sight.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but we've got the liquid here. We've got Chileshe lent me his liquid platform, so I am using that one. Oh, so we said set clear goals. We have talked about clear goals, establish specific and achievable goals for improving organizational skills, break them down into smaller tasks, and create an action plan to stay focused and motivated. I always emphasize that a goal is a dream with a deadline, and this is very, very important, because if your goal has got no deadline, that's why we say it must be smart. If a goal has got no deadline, it just becomes you procrastinate a lot. So it has to be smart. Number 3, prioritize tasks. I heard Rev talking about prioritizing tasks and gatekeepers and things like that. So even as we align ourselves to prioritizing the tasks, learn to prioritize your daily and weekly tasks based on their performance or on their importance and agency. Use techniques like the Pareto principle, where we use this is what we use in managing the mindset change process, where 20% of your activities, listen to me, 20% of your activities should be able to provide you 80% of your desired results, not just results, desired results. This entails that you identify your high value tasks or high payoff activities, the HPAs, and allocate time accordingly. If you do not allocate time, then you are not going to be good to go in the areas where you want it to be. Important to pay attention to opportunities that come your way as you network for success. And this sometimes we really are like, oh, we cannot, I can't do this work, I can't finish this work because I have got noise. No, just prioritize and make sure that what has come as noise could be good noise, and you just allocate time for it. You specify, okay, this noise has come, how much time am I going to take on this? And usually when you go to a networking event, you say, what do you want to achieve from that networking or from that visit where you went? Because you know that when you come back, you've got some work to do. If you don't have some work to do, it means your network was not able to take you along. Number 4, plan and schedule. Utilize tools such as digital calendars, to-do lists, or project management software to plan and schedule your tasks effectively. If you're starting on your mindset change process, where we actually use the workbook to unlearn the things that you don't want and relearn the things we want, we have what we call a success planner. We have this success planner, which after you have unlearned the things and you relearn them, for them to stick to your mind or to become a norm of the way you do things, you practice for 3 months, where you list down the imperative things that you have to do on that day, which comes from your plan A, the important things that you need to do that comes from your plan B, and aligning your time, where you say, I'm going to do this today. At the end of the day, you have to give yourself feedback. You have to start by giving yourself feedback and think through what you planned on your to-do list that day and say, what have I achieved? What have I achieved? If you have not given yourself feedback, how can you give feedback to then the person that is in front of you, or the person that you report to? Because the person you report to, they don't have to come to you to say, what did you do today? Because then you are wasting time. Then you are being micromanaged. And if you are micromanaged, you become unproductive. There's nothing that I'm going to be doing. So remember to plan and change time and give yourself feedback, and give feedback or what you have accomplished that day, then it makes you as a good planner and a good scheduler of your activities. Number 5, develop routines and habits. Establish consistent routines and habits can streamline your work and help you stay organized. Create habits like reviewing your to-do list at the beginning, which we call check-in. You check in at the beginning of the day, check in with yourself and check in with you so that you can be able to share that these are my things that I'm supposed to be today. Then you develop that habit and routine that makes you become intentional and focused. Create habits like reviewing your to-do list, as I said, at the beginning and end of the day. Give yourself feedback and those you report to. Tying up your workspace, you have to tie up your workspace. When like for me, who has got a sickness of some, disorder, I don't like disorder. So when I walk in a room and I've got all these things in front of me, my mindset is set back. So I want to be in a place which is tidy, and I find myself doing all these chores because I've got my hands. I can be managing director today. I can clean my space. I can talk to people. I can do whatever God has put me on this earth to do. Some people even comment, this is not my work, and you are there seated in a dirty place. No, we have to be able to tie up, whether you're a business assistant or whether you are you yourself who is assisting yourself. You have to be able to do all these things that you want to achieve those things. And practice regular file and email management. If every day we are looking for a file, then our filing system is not good. And also emails, even email management, there are ways to file them. And I've learned this the hard way. And we want to file things, we want to look for things, you can't find them. So this actually starts with identifying or putting your subject in an email. Change it. If today you've got a whole line of things and you're talking about something else, you fail to find it because you are using the same title of the email. So you must always go there and edit, file, edit your heading, edit your subject, so that when you're looking for something, your heading can help you to find what you're looking for. Improve time management. Learn to manage your time effectively by minimizing distractions, setting boundaries, and most importantly, self-mastery. Time management is all about self-mastery, personal responsibility, practicing self-discipline in order to manage yourself. And this is big. And I'll end here on number 6. Maybe next week we can continue with the others, because obviously I lost time when my internet failed. So managing yourself, self-discipline and self-responsibility is what you need to be doing. Practice self-discipline in order to manage yourself. And this is a big deal. This is where we fail. We fail to manage ourselves. Every time we don't allocate time to this, we do not manage what we have. We don't prepare the things that we need to do. And it just sets us, apart. It just makes us not to be able to achieve our goals, our things that we've planned for us. It doesn't matter how clever you are. It doesn't matter how intelligent. It doesn't matter how much money. It doesn't matter what job you do. If you cannot manage yourself, you are not practicing self-mastery. You're not practicing personal responsibility, and you're not practicing discipline to manage yourself. And if you do that, it will result in you being focused and result-oriented. You are productive in the time that you have on you. So we can end here. And I just want you to know that you have to be that assistant that helps the business. If you are that person who has got the answer, do it, give it, your whole, so that your institution or yourself or your business is getting the benefit out of you as a business assistant, because you can do it. That's why you wake up every day to say, I've gone out and I'll do this and I'll manage myself according to my KPIs and I'll be productive. So have a very good day. because it is 8 hours and we want to manage our time so that we plan for 30 minutes and we are just there for 30 minutes so we can be able to start a good day. So this for us starts our day and we're good today. Have a good day and thank you so much for joining us.